Hi, everybody. I'm Eric Donner, and I'm going to just take a few minutes to introduce myself and turn it over to Josh. I have been an advisor to business owners and high net worth individuals for over 37 years, really in the tax and financial and business exit arena. And one day, my son Josh came up with this concept of 6 months in a day. I realized that there's such a big need based on my clients up in New York, New Jersey, other states that really didn't understand it. And so, we spent the last 2 years building this platform, process, software. Josh built out this algorithm with all his software people, and voila, we have 6 months in a day. And so it's really cool for me. I couldn't be prouder. I know a lot of you know Josh from APAC and been around here for years. So I just am very proud as a father, and to be able to do this. Is literally our first presentation like this. We just finished the software after 2 years. And, so Josh is going to walk you through the program, the platform, and how we really help clients think it through this very important transition to go from a high tax state to a no tax state. And then, I took a look at the Greenspoon Marder website to understand what are some of your different areas, services, revenue lines, and how does it cross sell and cross pollinate into some of these. And I'm going to talk about it at the end, because there are definite opportunities for many, many people and very high net worth people moving down here. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to my son, Josh.
Thanks, Mark. I want to say thank you to Jerry Greenspoon, Michael Marder, everyone at the firm that I've had the pleasure of meeting, spending time with, who have helped me throughout my career. It's really meaningful to be able to sit in this chair. I've made a couple presentations here in this room, and this is the first one I get to do with my pops alongside me. So we want to respect your time. I'm going to do a brief kind of PowerPoint, very, very quick, and I'll share with you my screen while we go through our audit trail software, and then we'll take some questions at the end. If you have any questions throughout, please just send them, use the chat function, send them to Justine, and she'll relay them. And we'll also allow the opportunity to go off mute and ask your own questions towards the end and make this a conversation. So, as mentioned, our company is called 6 months and a day. Many of you are familiar with the phrase, especially if you're from New Jersey, like I am, or from New York. Spending 6 months and a day in Florida, changing your driver's license, your voter registration. That's a common misconception that those are the only activities that need to be done. And once you stop filing your state income taxes, that you're in the clear, right? So what we've learned is that it's not that simple. So what we did is we decided to go ahead and build out a process based on what used to be formerly a pencil and paper checklist, right? Essentially, you as a high net worth individual you're concerned about owing back taxes. Did I make the right moves? What do I have to do to successfully change my domicile from New York to Florida or another high income tax state, such as California to Texas? And you used to be handed a piece of paper with a laundry list of items and by your CPA or your attorney, and that was it. You would either toss it in the garbage or you would look at it, it would sit on your desk, and business owners and high net worth individuals are very busy. So we decided to take that analog process and digitize it and couple it with a white glove concierge service, which is what we're going to share with you today. So we recognized that there was a problem, being New York State is the state that we base our thesis off of. Essentially, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. They had the most case law. They had the most resources spent on capturing, holding on to that income tax. And we recognize that it's a very subjective process. And the burden of proof is on the taxpayer. And New York has a team of auditors. They have an algorithm built by IBM called the SIS. And what that does, it essentially, if you stop filing your state income taxes in New York and you get a moving violation or you renew a local discount or whatever, there's no human capital involved. It's all virtual. A desk audit will be automatically triggered to you. So New York has departments, it has technology that's becoming more and more aggressive and advanced as the acceleration of the migration, the population flow of individuals happens from high tax states to no tax states. And New York is leading the charge and other states are following. So that being said, who is advocating for the taxpayer? 6 months in a day.
No, I don't want to speak. I won't mind.
And please go on mute if you can. So, what is 6 months in a day? We are a father-son team. We have coupled our audit trail platform, which is a software platform that essentially took that paper and pencil checklist and we put it into a living, breathing platform for our clients. And we couple that with our white glove concierge service. And we help our clients put their best foot forward in the eventual case of an audit. We're an audit preparatory service with a process. We do an audit risk assessment. We identify the key change factors, and we work with our clients on their domicile change plan. And it's a very an emotional, for most of our clients, we've seen that it's a very emotional process. There's a fear, there's family, there's dynamics, especially unique to our clients is business owners who are planning to sell, having an exit in the next 2-3 years time, going from a state where you have a 10% tax to a no tax. That kind of planning is very important. We integrate many different areas of planning for our clients. And what we did is we went ahead and we reverse engineered the New York State residency audit guidelines and we dropped it into a TurboTax style software platform. Very simple to use. And we took the 5 primary factors that New York State auditors take under consideration, and of which time is just one of them, hence 6 months in a day. There are many applications, products out there that track day counts. People use softwares, they use spreadsheets, but our platform goes much, much deeper. It's much more robust. And then we took hundreds of ancillary factors, secondary factors, like your memberships, your wills, estate planning, your bank accounts, all the different things that the state takes under consideration. And we put it into a platform, and we added, using an algorithm, metrics and weights and scoring. And so every time you do an item on the checklist, your score goes up. We liken it to a FICO score. And you get a little injection of dopamine, and it feels great, and our clients love it. And now I'm going to go through briefly our actual software platform for you, and then we'll turn it over for question and answer. So here, we make an account, we sign up, we sign in, and we arrive at our audit trail. We gather information about our clients, their goals. Where are you moving from? Is there a city tax? Are you domiciling to? And then again, as I mentioned, the 5 primary factors: your home, your business activities. As you can see, it's all very robust, right? Your time, your items near and dear, and your family. These are the factors that New York uses. Once we get past that stage, there are tons of other items under consideration here. And we're either started not started, in progress, completed, or not applicable. Those are our categories. And each one of these, as you go through, whether it's insurance, policies and premiums, financial accounts and records, moving tasks, you can see it's ad nauseum. We go through a lot of different areas. Where are you in the process? Who is advocating for you? How are you going to manage, track, maintain your audit trail, maintain the evidence that you will need to provide in the eventual case of a residency audit? And we help you do that. And then you get a nice, you're done. We sit with our clients, we help them fill this out. Beginning, and they can go at any time and update each one of these items. And as they do, the score on the dial will increase. The 6 MAD score, we call it, 6 months in a day score. There's also a risk score bar, preparedness score bar as they go up. This is coupled with planning and the concierge service. So they're getting the software and our expertise and information. And we have partnerships with vendors that are experts in their field as well. And at the end of the day, they're able to download their specific domicile change playbook, which reviews their strategy. We meet with them quarterly, essentially putting their best foot forward. So as you can see, it's robust. There's a lot going on. I'm not going to go through this entire playbook, but you can see we're pulling the information from the software into their playbook. Lastly, we have an area here where they would just do a quick exercise where they list different vendors, different services that they might need an introduction to during the process of going from a high income tax state to no income tax state. And essentially, that is the 36,000 foot overview of the 6 months in a day platform and process. And I'll turn it over to my dad and co-founder, Eric, here to talk about how this is relevant to you.
Thank you, Josh. Good job. So, we took a look, as I said, at your website, understanding what your offerings are and how they relate. So the bottom line to this whole process, it's literally it can be viewed as a new form of planning, change of domicile planning, and for business owners, for high net worth individuals that were making a lot of money, and one day the state of New Jersey or New York or wherever, they're not getting that revenue. That's what Josh just said. It's going to automatically trigger an audit. They're going to get a letter in the mail. They should not respond. They should call their attorney. They should know what the process is. So it's not, will they? I mean, most of them will get audited. And the question is, will they pass the audit? Do they have the strategy? Are they ready? And under these audit guidelines and rules and these change factors, we call them change factors, we know that there's certain things that have to be done, that should be done in order to give the client a better probability of passing the audit. One of those, as an easy layup, is changing their wills and trusts to Florida wills and trusts. We do this now, and we say, the client, to the extent that they have their wills and trusts still in New York or New Jersey, there's intent right there. Well, when I die, I want it to be covered under the New Jersey state law. If I have Florida, that proves intent. It goes closer towards proving intent. Same thing with their business. And so when you look at corporate transactions, that's a really big one. That's an area of my expertise as a certified exit planner for business owners. I've been helping business owners pre-exit to prepare for their exit for years. And now added to the checklist are, if you have a place in Florida, if you're planning on changing domicile to Florida and you own a business in New York, New Jersey, or another state, can we build a custom strategy? It may take several years and depends on the client's fact patterns and family dynamics. But if there's a transition from New York or New Jersey to Florida, and we can help them set up an office down here, hire some employees down here, get some business activity. It doesn't say you can't own a business in New York or New Jersey. It's where is your business activity? That's one of the primary factors. So if they start building business activity down here, maybe they set up a trust and they're going to do gifting to their children anyway, or they want to save taxes and they want to set up a SLAT or a charitable remainder trust, and they want to gift some of their stock in their privately held company to a trust prior to moving and changing domicile, they have the opportunity potentially to save significant taxes, up to 10%. So up to, if it's a $20 million company, that's $2 million. If it's a 200 million, that's $20 million. So, and I don't have to go through all these. There's a lot of opportunity that we believe that is just being missed. It's on the table. And, private client service is a perfect example. They need help. Clients need help figuring all this out. And there's an integration between these different areas of planning that are on the screen here as tied to domicile change planning. So I'll leave it at that. There's a lot of work to be done for the right client, and profile. So I just wanted to mention that.
Yeah. Just again, thank you everyone for taking time out of your busy schedule to learn a little bit more about our company.